Let's talk email marketing and how you can rake in more revenue by monetizing your email list, even if you don't have your own product to sell, or if you want to make money beyond just promoting your own products and services. So if that sounds like something that you are into, go ahead and like this video while the intro plays and meet me on the other side.
There's no stopping me now. I know my shot, sit down. Money's all over me. I'm called to be rich and be free.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Ebony Evaughn. Welcome to Soul Struggling. This is my internet home where I help you to go from confused to the ethical cash generated boss that we both know you are meant to be. In today's video, we are talking all about email marketing, and I'm going to give you some creative, fun, unique ways to monetize your email list besides promoting your own products and services. So one of the biggest struggles that I see my clients having right now is I tell them, like, listen, invest in ConvertKit, invest in an email service provider. And while there are some email service providers like 𝗪𝘁𝗧𝗪𝘁𝗀𝗪 or 𝗪𝗁𝗡 that are pretty economical to use, the cost can grow really fast, especially if you're not making money, you're still developing your products and services, or maybe you aren't selling enough of your products and services. So one thing that I always encourage my clients to do is to find other ways that they can actually monetize their email list. And so in this video, I'm going to give you some of those ways that I suggest to my clients so that you can use them in your own business as well, okay? And thank me later. All right, so let's jump right in with number one, which is going to be dedicated sponsored emails. And with sponsored emails, it's pretty much like social media marketing, but for emails when it comes to how you see influencers promoting products and services for other people. So instead of making a dedicated post on your Instagram page or your YouTube channel as an influencer, you're just going to create a dedicated email instead. So with sponsored emails, basically brands are coming to you because you have their ideal target audience and they want to be able to promote their products or services to your audience. So for example, let's say that your audience is women in tech and a brand reaches out to you because they have a tech conference that's for women in tech or people in tech, and they can come to you and say, hey, we want you to send a dedicated email to your audience, let them know about our event, and the call to action is to tell them to go register, buy a ticket for this event that is for women in tech. And so basically you're sending this dedicated email and they are giving you a fee in return for you sending that email to your audience in hopes of getting more tickets, more sales for their conference or event. Now, make sure you stick around to the end of this video because at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you a very special tool that you can use in order to calculate exactly how much you can charge for sponsored emails, or it will also help you calculate the estimated value of your email list so that you can use it in other ways as well. So stick around to the end of the video. Like this video if you're excited about this tool, okay? Now, let's keep it moving and go to the second creative way that you can actually monetize your email list. And this is going to be by affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is basically when you promote other products or services, and in return, instead of getting a dedicated fee per email or per post or whatever, you earn a small commission for each sale that is generated through your affiliation and promotion of that brand. So typically when it comes to affiliate marketing, any brand that you decide to work with, number one, I'm not a fan of working with brands that you don't like, you don't use yourself, you haven't experienced, you don't know the quality, it hasn't been vetted. Really, if you're going to do affiliate marketing, you want to promote products and services that you use yourself, you would use, or that you know are going to be helpful and beneficial to your audience. don't just be out here affiliate marketing for any and everybody, okay? Because you're going to diminish the trust with your audience if you are promoting stuff and it is going to be absolute trash. So please don't do that. So if you have brands you love, you have tech tools that you love, you have makeup products that you love, you can actually share those with your audience and earn a small commission in exchange for, introducing them to your favorite products and tools and resources that you love and you use, and that will also be beneficial to your audience. It's pretty much a win-win situation for you and your audience as well. All right, so let's get into the third way that you can monetize your email list. And this is another one of my favorite ways that I use to not only monetize my email list, but my YouTube channel as well. And this is by having a virtual tip jar. So basically with a virtual tip jar, if you think about like in the real world, I'm the type of person, I love poetry. I love going to open mic nights. I love going to like comedy shows to see up and coming comedians. I love going to see live bands play. I have a lot of friends that are poets and musicians, and I love going to their shows. And you know how typically they'll have like that little guitar case on the front of the stage where people can drop tips in if they love the show. That is the same thing as a virtual tip jar. Basically, you can add a link to the bottom of your emails where people can tip you if they like the emails that you send, right? If it's value added, they're getting something out of it. Or if your audience just wants a easy way to support you, tip jars are a great way to do that. And so one resource that I use for a virtual tip jar is called Buy Me Coffee. And it's kind of what it sounds like. People can leave you tips to support you, buy you a coffee, buy you a tea, or whatever it is. But basically people just contribute small tips to support your initiative and just kind of thank you for the value and service that you are providing. And this is a simple, easy way to monetize your email list. And I set up Buy Me a Coffee on my email list, and I haven't been posting it on YouTube. I need to add it back to YouTube. But in some of my YouTube videos, you'll see that I actually have my Buy Me Coffee link in there. And I also have it in my emails as well. And you will be surprised how many people will send you tips. I've gotten tips for $5, $10, $40, $50, where people would just say like, thanks so much. Like, this is so good. Or like, thank you for always being consistent, because your girl sends 3 emails a week, okay? And that is no small feat. People reply to my emails all the time, and they're like, Ebony, girl, how are you sending all these emails? It comes with consistency and training, and I had to build up to get there, okay? Your girl didn't start out sending 3 emails a week. But people really appreciate the content that I send and the fact that I'm pretty consistent. Not always, but pretty consistent with sending 3 emails per week. So adding that Buy Me Coffee or a virtual tip jar, you will definitely be surprised with how your audience wants to support you. And another reason why I love using Buy Me a Coffee or virtual tip jars, if you use ConvertKit as an email service provider, they have a built-in feature that you can use as a tip jar in your emails. But the reason why I love using virtual tip jars or Buy Me a Coffee is because I do not have a public Cash App that I feel comfortable sharing with my audience. And that's one thing that I noticed, like a lot of YouTubers that live stream a lot will post their Cash App in their YouTube videos or scroll across the screen. And I don't do that because I don't feel comfortable sharing my Cash App on a public platform. But there are a lot of people who have asked me if I have Cash App or if they could Cash App me, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that. But me sending them the Buy Me a Coffee link is, safer for both people, right? It's not exposing like any of my personal information. I feel more comfortable with it, and then it's a way my audience can still support me as well. that is tip number 3 for how you can monetize your email list. Let's go ahead and get into number 4. And number 4 is going to be list sharing for lead generation. Now, I have to be 100% honest with you. I am not a fan of this way of monetizing your email list. I do not find it to personally fit my moral standard, the way my ethics is set up. But it is a viable way to monetize your email list. And this is something that big brands do a lot. And you may not even realize they do it. But basically, list sharing is a way of generating new leads by basically collaborating with brands that are similar or the same as yours. So, for example, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'll give you 2 examples. Number 1, I don't know if you guys know or not, but I am a house sitter, and sometimes I do house sits through a site called Trusted House Sitters. And ever since I started using Trusted House Sitters, all of a sudden I started getting all these promotions in the mail for 𝗪𝗏𝗋𝗀𝗋●. And for those of you who don't know what 𝗪𝗏𝗋𝗀𝗋● is, it is basically a site where you can order like your pet food and supplies online, and you could do a like one-off orders or subscription based. And since I use Trusted House Sitters, a lot of times when I do house sits, and if there are going to be pets, then I will like get treats and stuff for like the dogs or the cats or whatever. And so basically I got on Chewy's email list or their mailing list because of the fact that I signed up with Trusted House Sitters and they sold my data to Chewy. Now, I'm not a fan of selling people's data, but it is something that is common practice within the business industry. So number 1, you as a consumer, when you're signing up for different platforms, you want to make sure that you look at the privacy policies, how they're using your data. And 9 out of 10 times you will see that big brands will say that they may share your data, your name, address, phone number, contact information with their affiliates. So Trusted House Sitters will share it with Chewy.com. I also use Home Chef, which is a meal delivery service. I have been using it since 2017, and I'm pretty sure maybe they share with their competitors, or maybe Home Chef got hacked one time, because like starting a couple years ago, I started getting mail listings, mail promotions for HelloFresh, or for, it used to be Green Chef, but I think HelloFresh and Green Chef are together now, I think, or just some of the other meal delivery services that are out there. So typically you'll notice a lot of big brands that have the same audience will share their contact list with each other in order to generate new leads. Again, I'm not a fan of this method, but it is a way for you to get in front of a new audience of warm leads without having to search for cold leads and go out and try to like hustle for people, right? You can get in front of an audience that you already know has a common interest in the products and services that you sell. So list sharing is a thing, unfortunately, and I'm sharing this with you just because even though I don't personally use it and I don't want to use it, I know that it is viable depending on your business model. If you do decide to use list sharing, make sure that you have a privacy policy and make sure that you're very transparent that, hey, if you sign up on my website, you join my email list, I will share I can or will share your data with my affiliates or partners or things like that, so that your audience knows how you're using their data, okay? Make sure you have that covered in your policy. Now, I have been dropping gems already, so before we get into the next tip, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button if you enjoyed the 4 tips that I gave you already and you're excited about the next 4, okay? Let's go ahead and get into tip number number 5 with how you can monetize your email list. And this is going to be by creating a dedicated paid newsletter subscription. So in addition to sending your general one-off emails or weekly emails that you send that goes to your entire list, you can have a separate paid version of your email where maybe you do deep dives and you provide more tips or value or strategies. Maybe you do some email coaching in a paid newsletter. And so only people who are subscribed to that newsletter will actually be able to get the tips or get the email coaching or whatever you decide to include in that paid newsletter, right? So in addition to having a general list plus a paid newsletter, you can decide that you just want to monetize your email list altogether and you're only going to have a paid email. If people want to hear from you, they're going to have to pay for it, okay? Now, if you do a paid newsletter, I have seen paid newsletters that are literally $1. I have seen paid newsletters that are like $5 a month. I have seen paid newsletters that are like $19. Like, so you can really price your paid newsletter at whatever price point you want, depending on the content that's available. So for example, if you create a paid newsletter where you're providing email coaching, that may be a higher price point than if you're just having a paid newsletter where maybe you're sending like weekly tips, or maybe you send like ideas for content that they can post on a weekly basis or something. All right, let's get into, what number is this? 6? Yes, let's get into number 6, which is going to be kind of piggybacking off of the sponsored emails, where you send the dedicated emails to promote other brands, products, and services. And this is going to be just email ads. So basically, when it comes to email ads, this is, instead of sending a dedicated sponsored email that is about a product or service for another brand, a sponsored email is pretty much where you have dedicated ad space within your emails so that brands can promote their products and services within an email that has your own branded content in it. So the easiest way for me to, I don't even know if this is the easiest way. If you're a millennial, if you're an 80s baby, if you're a 90s baby, this is going to be an easy way for me to explain this to you. If you're a 2000s baby, you might not get it, okay? But basically, you can think of email ads as like, remember back in the day when you used to have the yellow pages and you used to get that thick phone book in the mail, or they would hang it on your door or whatever back in the 90s. When you opened up the phone book, let's say you were looking for a plumber. When you open the phone book, you go to plumbers. There's going to be that one plumber that is like Joe's Plumbing Service, right? He has a little ad that's bigger than the other phone numbers for the rest of the plumbers. And that is because Joe Plumbers paid for that dedicated ad space so that he could have his plumbing services highlighted and bigger than the other companies. So basically, when it comes to email marketing, this is the same thing. It's like the traditional way that people used to market back in the day, but you're digitizing it so that you can do it through email. So when you send your weekly newsletter, you may have like, and I'll put up an example in my Wednesday emails. I send the video of the week, which is my YouTube video, so this video, and then I will have like the video of the week or the sponsor of the week. If it's a sponsored YouTube video, I'll also include that in my email so people can go check out the brand that is sponsoring the video as well as the content. So dedicated ad space is definitely a great way to monetize your email list. Let's get into number 7 for how you can monetize your email list, and this is going to be with email surveys and research. So again, this involves you being able to partner and collaborate with other brands and basically leveraging your audience so that other brands students can conduct market research or do surveys in order to gain insight on maybe they're trying to develop a new product or service. Maybe they're trying to, I don't know, build statistics for a case study, whatever it is, but they need to get in front of your audience. Going back to, say, if it's women in tech, they're like, hey, we're thinking about creating a conference for women in tech, but we want to know what topics they want to have at these type of conferences. Would they even attend? Where would they want the conference to be, right? So before they even create that event, they may want to do the market research or do some surveys. And because you have that audience, you can say, hey, yeah, for a small fee, I can send your survey or conduct market research and then, give you the results or whatever for the survey and the results. And this is a very creative way to monetize your list that I don't see a lot of people doing. So if you have a list that is really large, you have a large data set that would be great for a study, that would be great for market research or surveys, this is an excelente way to monetize your email list. All right, now let's get into number 8, the last way that you can monetize your email list. Even if you don't have a product or service, if you're tired of promoting your own products and services, or if you're just looking for ways to make more money, and this is going to be with email challenges and mini courses. So oftentimes when people think about promoting products and services, they focus on courses that are standalone courses or challenges that are in Facebook groups or online communities. But you can create mini challenges or mini courses that are designed to help your audience get bite-sized, quick wins so that they can jumpstart their journey for success, okay? If you made it all the way to the end of this video, as promised, your girl is here to deliver. I'm going to give you the tool that I mentioned at the beginning of the video for how you can actually calculate how much your email list is worth and how you can figure out, based on your list size, what type of content you send, how many emails you send per week, per month, exactly how much you could be charging if you wanted to do sponsored emails or even do email ads for dedicated ad space within your branded emails. So this tool is provided for free by ConvertKit, and it is a revenue calculator. I'm going to leave it down in the pinned comment and below this video. So when you click on the pinned comment, there's going to be 2 resources in there for you. The first resource is going to be my Email Correct email marketing bundle. It is specifically for online service providers who currently don't have any email funnels set up in their business, or maybe funnels that aren't working. So I give you funnel templates so that you can set up key funnels for the core events that could happen in your business: upsells, onboarding, abandoned carts, webinar email sequences. All of the things are provided in my Email Boss bundle. If you are using ConvertKit specifically, I also have visual automation templates that you can just copy into your ConvertKit account so that you can tweak the information and start sending email automations right away. But under that resource, you're going to actually see the ConvertKit creator tool. So you can actually click on it. It is free, and you can see exactly how much your email list is worth. Again, this is going to be in the pinned comment below this video. You have to click to see more in order to see the link. And I put it that way specifically because I know some people don't watch the whole video. And if you didn't stick around to the end, you might miss this little nugget, okay? But y'all gonna get this Easter egg, okay? All right, so those are the tips that I have for you. I want to wish you good luck on monetizing your email list. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below in the comments below this video. As always, thank you so much for stopping by my internet home. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you'll be the first one to get notified anytime I upload another video just like this. All right, bye y'all.